Alrighty, y'all, so this is our very first behind the scenes of the TikTok, behind the talk, of for our YouTube channel members. So thank you guys for your support and for being here. I realize that there's been a good bit of the video without any audio on there, but hey, this is the real behind the scenes. So what I'm doing here now is we've done our little bit of a chaos wrap that there will be a full voiceover tutorial for, for the August 2024 craft along kit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm coiling the 20 gauge core wire with a 26 gauge coiling or weaving wire. And waste not, want not, so we're going to get that little end of this coiled on down. And I'm just going to coil the full length of like this whole, all that's left on this wire. And there's a lot of folks who really love our old school style tutorials, and so that's what these behind the scene, behind the TikTok, I guess, I don't know what to call it. But that's what these are, is, this is very much the old full length ramble style of our like 2016 tutorials. So I know a lot of y'all really like that. If this isn't super duper your thing, there'll be a minute-long version of this somewhere on all of our social media. But otherwise, hey, how's it going? What are y'all up to? Talking like this is a live stream, but I'm just alone in my living room. That's not weird at all. So we are just coiling this, and this is one of those instances where I think it's a very good idea to not just be dependent upon using drills during the, during your wire wrapping, though this may be a good, it's not stabilized to anything. I was going to try doing the, I might still try it. Okay, let's see. Woohoo! It's going! Oops. Getting that, well, let us behave and do, no, I reject that immediately. I'm not going to behave. But, let's see, with that right there, well, we may not be able to spin it super fast, but yeah, this isn't a good candidate for spinning. There's just not quite enough weight on the end with the pendant, so I'm stuck to hand coiling through the magic of editing, even in these full length behind the scene ones. I'm not gonna make you watch me coil the rest of this. So now that we have this coiled, I'm going to bring this around and nestle it in. And I'm going to try to just have it grow on itself. It's as though the wire were little vines out in the garden, and it's going to climb and swirl and entwine itself in a way that only something that's growing can. It just becomes such an intertangled knot of chaos. Just a nice little chaos pendant. And I don't know exactly just yet how I want to have any of it really, but I like to beef up some of the, beef up places and make the movement happen a little faster in others. Just to kind of try to find balance in the piece. And because once we have that structural beginning frame down, then from there it really is just decorative. I'm not going to be able to fit that through right there. That's okay. Ooh, let's have that tuck through right here. Okay. Yeah, why not? And this, again, is just helping to kind of intertwine everything. And I kind of want it to look a little cyborgy. I kind of want it to look a little, just a little strange. I wonder if I can feed this up through those loops. Yep. Well, maybe. Woohoo! There we are. Pushing it through to make sure that's in place. Grabbing and pulling through. And, oh, I think I'm going to have it, yes, travel up this way. And just slither on through. Aphid slither. Nope, the slithering's not working. Okay, well, that's all right. On through, and then I'm just going to bring this up, and let's go ahead and finish with a nice tight little spiral up on the bail here. There we go. And then I'm going to grab here, and I'm going to coil in, or spiral in rather. And this one I want to do nice and tight, so I'm just going to grab my pliers and then start to just roll it in on itself. I think it makes it look like the little spring wires in a clock. If you've ever taken a watch or an old clock apart, I mean, they're much bigger than that and they're much finer than that, but they're very cool. So there we are with a nice little drop of chaos. And that cab is in there. Very cool. Like, I would really have to be abusing this piece to get that cab to pop out. But if you're worried about it at all, you can just kind of get in there, those 4 main loops that we made. And if you've got a real dummy thick piece that you're wrapping, like if you found like a rough stone, I would just make the parts that we formed around here, I would use something like this perhaps to be able to wrap wider, which we do touch into this in our wire wrapped tutorial or we did a real short TikTok or something of this one here. So we made those initial lobes just bigger. Now this one I wrapped with a double thickness of wire. So this one started with 1 wire folded in half. This one started with 2 wires folded in half.